Okay, good morning. Just going to give you a quick overview of how to access your Microsoft Classroom. I'm actually using the DBS Teacher Dashboard, which you'll have got an invite for. One of the things I would advise you do is save it as a homepage, which are, if you go through the main instructions on the site, it will show you how to do that. If you go in, there's a bunch of videos here that show you how to do it on Internet Explorer, Chrome, and Edge browsers. Anyway, so Microsoft Classroom's logo is here. So if you click it, it'll open up a new window, which loads up your Microsoft Classroom account. It automatically knows that you're logged in with Office 365 when you log into your teacher dashboard. So you will see your year group down here. So if I say go into year 4, I can see all of them at the moment because I've created them. And in there's a bunch of things. So there's assignments, calendar, conversations, class notebook. You can put files in there for the students. You can also manage. Be careful of the conversations. There are a few students who are already enjoying that freedom, and you're able to manage or manipulate what they're doing on there. So just be wary and obviously have conversations with students about that. If you ever want to add a teacher or a student, you just click on here and you can add students really easily in here. We've actually added these all manually ourselves because at the moment there's no way of doing it in bulk. So if students do leave, you can press the delete and then add the students as you go through. Okay, so in there you'll also get some files. So if you wanted to do this, and to be honest, you're probably going to end up using the teacher dashboard or the SharePoint sites eventually anyway. But in here you can create new folders and put Word documents up in there and stuff. Now when it says it's a private group, that's for you and your students. So please don't be putting things in there thinking that students can't access it. So you've got a calendar, so every time you set an assignment for the students, it will go up onto their calendars. If you want to use that function, you can, but it's pretty cool, but there we are. So you can go to the class notebook. Now, the great thing is whenever you add a teacher or a student to your Microsoft Classroom, it will automatically build them a class notebook. So it'll put them in the class notebook, which is one of the reasons why we're using Microsoft Classroom to build your class notebooks, because it makes managing them a lot easier down the line. So if I go to my class notebook, it's very simple. I can update the students and teachers by clicking here. So if the roster's recently changed, I can create new sections here if I want, if I don't want to use the Classroom app. But what I can do is click on Launch Class Notebook, and it will launch in the online mode. So it will get an online version of the Onenote, and in there there's welcome stuff, and then you can see all of the students' names, the collaboration space, content library. Now students will only be able to access this in the online mode, so that's something that you need to just be aware of when you're showing them what to do. I would often advise you obviously manage it yourself in the physical OneNote app, but when you're doing your demonstrations to the students, I would use the online one so they can see what you see. If you click Edit in OneNote, what you'll see is it will load up your class OneNote. In there, if you click on this little arrow over here, it shows you all the different students in the group, and you'll see your content library in there. We'll also see your teacher only space, and in there what you can do is you can put any information that you need to put in there. Completely, up to you, but students can't see this, only other teachers within the notebook can. So this could be a place for tracking, it could be a place for putting some lesson plans in that you don't want the students to see, and same with your collaboration space with the students. Lots of different things you can do. We've also got some pre-loaded sections in here. And what I'm hoping to be able to show you as well, if I go to, let's just try year 3. I can't remember which one I did this in last night. Okay, yeah. So year 2, all of the different year groups will have these eventually, but essentially I've put in my digital portfolio. So there's a hard copy here that students can't edit, but you can, so be careful. But what that means is if they ever delete accidentally or they need a fresh copy, they can just copy it in from here back into their own notebook, or you can do it for them if that's what you want to do. And here's all the different sections that they'll fill in through the year. And then if I go to one of the students, say Adam, it's not loaded up yet because I've just opened it, but essentially all of these sections will be editable and in their individual notebooks, if that makes sense. And what they'll do through the year, if they're on their digital portfolio, they'll fill it in. There's some stuff on 21st century learners here, which could be an introduction to why we're using OneNote and one of the ways in which technology can fit in with the 6 C's. And then when we're doing computer science lessons, when you do a lesson which is about what algorithms are and the student has done something and they've met expectations for that, get the student to add a page, insert some sort of evidence. That could be a text, or you could be getting them to insert file attachments, printouts, pictures, things that they have done in the lesson, which shows that they've got, I understand what algorithms are. And, if you want to start getting students to organize it, show them that they can copy the titles, make that the page name and stuff. There's other things you can do. You can show them, this is maybe for the older students, but copy a link to the page, and it could even be that you hyperlink that text if you wanted to. You put that hyperlink in there if you wanted to, and then every time they clicked it, it would go straight to that page. So there's things that you can do with the students and show them as you're going through this, if that makes sense. So any questions, let me know. Your students will have all of these 4 sections plus 3 baseline sections. I'll just show you. Basically, they'll already have these 3 sections in there. The other annoying thing it does is when they get their section, it'll basically have an untitled page at the top. So you just need to show them, look, right click and delete that when they first get started for each of these sections, if that makes sense. Okay, enjoy.